Welcome back to Starting Sports. Today is August 17th, 2021, and the topic for today is the Steelers quarterback 2 battle and why I believe that Dwayne Haskins has won or at least should win the battle against Mason Rudolph to be second string QB and ultimately, most likely, be the successor to Ben Roethlisberger. Now, we all know Mason Rudolph has been on the team for a few years now, but he has not really impressed. I thought he did well during the Week 17 game versus the Browns last season. I thought he played well, but in seeing his preseason performance this year, it's not looking too hot. Hearing the Dwayne Haskins training camp buzz, it's not looking too hot. Seeing Dwayne Haskins play in preseason Week 2 versus the Eagles, Dwayne Haskins is looking pretty hot. Just recently, last Sunday, he took first team reps and he continued to impress. Dwayne Haskins was the only Steelers QB during practice to score during the 2-minute drill simulation. And with his 2 reps and the drill called 7 shots, it's basically a bunch of 2-point conversions. He converted on both of those reps, something that Big Ben did not do and something that Mason Rudolph also did not do. Dwayne Haskins is the clear number 2 for Pittsburgh, not because I think he's clearly better than Mason Rudolph, but let's be honest. Pittsburgh doesn't have much of a plan post Big Ben Roethlisberger. We brought in Dwayne Haskins on this little flyer deal, and Mason Rudolph is no starting QB long term. So we're kind of banking on this thing working out with Dwayne Haskins. And with that being said, he should 100% be taking more first team reps than he is. He should be getting integrated with a really good receiver core in Juju Smith-Schuster, Deontay Johnson, and Chase Claypool, and James Washington. He should be getting more involved playing with first-round running back Najee Harris, and then also Anthony McFarland, who's looking to have a bigger role this upcoming year. I was all for Big Ben coming back. I'm all for it. But I do think Dwayne Haskins should 100% be getting used to these young guys because he's a very young QB, still very raw. He played like shit back in Washington, but he needs to be integrated with these weapons, getting used to them now. So let's just say Pittsburgh decides not to sign a big name QB or draft a big name QB or trade for a big name QB. Dwayne Haskins is in that QB battle because I'm hoping he's on the team next year. I hope so. Because we need this guy to really be integrated with all of our young weapons so they can all be familiar with each other just in case next season Dwayne Haskins is the starting QB. Currently, Mason Rudolph is the only QB that is under contract for next year, which isn't scary, but it's like, we're not rolling into this season with Mason Rudolph as starting QB. He's definitely a backup option, and he's a fine backup as is. He's not a great QB, but he's a fine backup. But speaking long-term success and speaking franchise QBs, we need to give Dwayne Haskins the key to the second team and just kind of hope for the best. I mean, let's face it, we got him on a 1-year flyer deal. We're not expecting big things from him. I'm very glad he came to Pittsburgh to try to rebuild his image after the whole strip club thing that happened in 2020. I'm all for it. Hopefully sitting behind Big Ben and getting involved with the Steeler way. Hopefully that could fix him, and I sincerely think it might, because during the second preseason game, he played really well versus the Eagles, going 16 for 22, 161 yards, and 1 touchdown with a QB rating of 108.3. This came after an underwhelming performance versus the Cowboys. He only had 4.1 yards per attempt, which is very bad. So that definitely had me worried. But he had a really good performance versus Philadelphia. And I must say, I really like the Steelers' approach to Dwayne Haskins because you could tell kind of his whole high school, college, and at the beginning of his Washington career, everyone was kind of kissing his ass. Of like his whole life, just growing up, people were just kissing his ass, and now he's in Pittsburgh. on a 1-year, like $900,000 deal, yeah, no one will kiss your ass in Pittsburgh. This is the perfect situation that either makes or breaks his career, and I'm hoping it makes it, because we need to do everything we can to make sure that he is QB2 or at least QB1 next season, because I don't know where Pittsburgh's going to go if he's not. So yeah, I'm loving how Pittsburgh has been handling this whole Dwayne Haskins situation, making him build his way up from the third team reps, from the OTAs, where he looked good back in OTAs. I like him having to work his way up. I just must say, I'm very glad he's starting to take some first team reps, because if he's the guy, which we have no idea, we are still preseason, no clue. He could still lose this QB2 battle very, very easily. But if he's the guy moving forward, we need to get him integrated with Najee Harris, Anthony McFarland, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, and Juju Smith-Schuster, and Pat Freiermuth right now. That's 6 names that are all young players that we need him to be integrated with as soon as possible. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Steelers as a whole. Obviously, Mike Tomlin doesn't say a damn thing during his press conferences, so it's hard to kind of read them. But yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'll probably make another Najee Harris video soon, or a Pat Freiermuth video. I'll make another Steelers video shortly. I'm really glad we picked up Dwayne Haskins. I get that it was like the meme, like, oh, the Steelers suck and they got the bad QB. But you have to admit, a 1-year flyer deal on a 2019 first-round pick has no downside. And he's been working his way up, and I think it's pretty clear. Dwayne Haskins is the QB2 of this team, and potentially the QB1 for the 2021-2022 season.